Delvers. Where are you guys off to next?
We're going straight to the
exchange.
The exchange, yeah.
Okay, so you guys are going to head further down the promenade all the way to the end?
Do we pass Samir's on the way?
Yes, you would. It would be almost opposite. Near where the little pond is.
Oh wait, hang on, Seraphina, how long does it take for you to identify stuff?
A minute. No, wait. 11.
11 minutes.
Yeah, she hasn't got it prepared.
I don't have it prepared, no.
So you can do it, but you can do it as a ritual, right?
I can do it as a ritual, yes.
Before we put the hole away and leave the toilets, do you want to identify those brooches that Amber keeps hinting at? The 3 random brooches that we found and never identified?
Mm-hmm.
You can just hand them to me when you come out so I remember them.
Well, I was thinking, do we want to do that before we go to Samir's? In case
She
we want
didn't
to
go
sell
to the
them.
toilet with you, that's what she's saying. Yeah.
I will stick my head out from the toilet and I'll say, Seraphina, we're struggling a bit in here. Can you come give us a hand?
That's not out of context at all. Yeah.
I face bomb and leave the shop and just wait outside for them.
But yeah, no, like, do you want to not identify it, or do you want to try and identify it before we go to another shop?
So
Because like, it might be really valuable.
spending 11 minutes in the toilet per item.
Isn't that normal? How else are you going to catch all the Pokemon in the area?
It's not like you're playing Monster Hunter and go for a fucking full hunt on the toilet.
What are we doing? What?
I don't know, what are you guys doing?
Because if I just give you the thing, you're not going to identify it, right? You're not going to be able to walk down the street doing an identify ritual.
No.
So since
we could find like a cafe or somewhere to go for a drink.
But you have to draw on the floor with chalk and all sorts.
No, I
No?
just need...
It's a ritual.
It is a ritual.
Alright, is it just to sit and...
Yeah, meditate on it.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll hand you the thing and you decide what to do then.
How many brooches was it?
There was
It's
3, and you did know only 2 of them were magical.
I do?
Yes, you previously had Saint Magikarp. I remember. Mostly because I looked back at the episode, but yes.
I probably need more than 1 minute. Oh, 1 ritual. It's not the same spell.
Well, you decide what to do then, but it needs to happen before we go to... Well, okay, let me rephrase. We can't sell them if we don't know what they are. So...
We can, but we wouldn't get the money's worth.
We shouldn't sell them if we don't know what they are. So either we find out what they are before we go to the eccentric collector man shop, or, you know... It's your call, so whatever you
Well,
want to
it
do.
would be super weird just sitting down in the middle of the street and doing a ritual.
Which is why I said do it in the toilet.
That's weird too.
You can climb down in the portable hole, so technically you won't be in the toilet.
There you go.
I'm happy you said portable hole after that. Or before that.
A portable toilet hole.
Oh my god!
That's so not right.
That is...
You guys are so lucky that I haven't phrased it in the sense that I'm inviting you to into the toilet so you can come inside Ulan's hole.
God.
Yeah, because why the fuck would it phrase it like that? Like at that
Because
point,
it's
you
Ulan?
True.
Yeah.
I mean,
True.
really?
True.
So, what are you guys doing? Are you just standing outside the toilet? I'm confused.
I'm looking for a scarf.
Okay, you don't find a scarf.
Well,
You find winter scarves, but
Not necessarily in this store.
are you just gonna walk out?
Sure, I'm not interested in sitting in the toilet as a group.
Fair enough.
I find it too weird to
All right, well, like I said,
go
you
on
decide.
toilet and then
You decide what you're doing. Instead of complaining about my suggestion, decide on your own.
I'm not complaining, I'm just saying it's weird.
Then decide something else.
I don't know where to go then to do it. I can always go back to the guild.
I was gonna say, don't we have like a room for now?
Yeah,
have
all
we
the way
checked
back
out?
at the guild. So are we going to leave the shopping district to go analyze these things to then come back to the shopping district?
Well, she have 10 minutes, so if she can stay 1 minute, 2 minutes in the bathroom, and then just close the hole and carry her around with her.
I will suffocate during
No,
my
you'll
ritual
have
time.
You'll have 10 minutes of air.
Yeah. We'll
So
be fine.
if you
We have
only
1
do like
minute.
3 minutes of the ritual and then
Wow, that's one way of doing it. Wow.
Unbelievable.
You just open her up and just throw her out.
I think the cafe idea was the right one.
How
'Cause it means
big
we
is
can
she?
just all sit
Can we
at the
put her
table.
in the bag
are
of
there any
holding?
cafes?
Oh god, shit. I vote
Technically,
for it, and I would go with the portable hole idea.
Oh, for
Serafina
fuck's sake.
actually go with
No,
either.
no, no,
Alright.
no. The one is clearly got to be doing it in the toilet.
No.
The rest of the party can chime in on this, as it seems to be more of a open discussion at this
Look,
point.
I honestly don't care what we do as long as we don't just stand around doing nothing and saying, no, that's a bad idea.
I'm waiting outside the shop, so I'm not part of this discussion.
Yeah, Wilbur also left with Ifamore standing out the shop because
Oh.
this is just getting too weird.
Alright, so literally everyone has walked out
So
at
it's
this point.
it's entirely up to Serafina. We've given her the thing. She's going to decide what she's going to do.
Yeah, I
And
just
we'll
vote
just
for
head
it.
off.
Okay.
Which is basically sitting in the portable hole and doing the ritual.
Is that genuinely an option that someone suggested in character?
I don't know. Is there? I didn't.
No.
No.
All we said in character was come in here and do it, and you went, no, I'm not coming in there, so I gave you the thing. So whatever you decide, we'll do that.
Okay, so you have the tokens in your hand. Everyone else has walked out. Actually, Seren, are you staying inside or you walked out as well?
No, I'll stay with Serafina.
Okay.
I have a question.
Okay.
Would I be able, if I sit on Ulan's shoulder, be able to prepare spells? Since I only need to spend a certain amount of minutes memorizing.
You need to like
Spells.
lay things out and have your spellbook open, so
I can sit with my spell book in my hand while
Oh,
sitting
see,
on him.
you could always strap a bow to Lan's head and
Yeah, we've already discussed the lectern hat, yeah.
hmm.
Yeah, this is the thing that needs to happen. We'll
He is
just make
wearing a hat currently.
it. This is true. And like, if you sit on my backpack with like your legs draped over my shoulders,
I'm not sure what the rush is here, but sure.
Because in that case I can just change my spells and learn Identify and cast it as a spell instead.
I don't think there's a rush, Ambi. I think it's just like there isn't anywhere convenient to do it, so
There's
Ulan's
cafes
shoulders are
and
convenient.
just.
Are there? I
shop.
asked if there were any cafes.
Oh yeah. You're
Okay,
in.
well, we'll go in a cafe then.
Yeah. Seren and Serafina are actually no one like round the corner.
Oh, we do. We were lunching.
Yeah.
Right, we'll go to the cafe then. Problem solved.
Sudden revelation.
I was like, what? So yeah, actually considering you guys walking around, it's like 10, 11 at this point. So yeah,
Tea time.
It's early tea time. So yeah, you guys go to the cafe that Serafina and Saren spent actually quite a number of hours having food and discussing over. So they take you there. Which again is quite a nice, quaint one. Which is one, cool as it's in the alleyways, and two, quiet as few people go down the alleyways to look for shops. So yeah, all 6 of you go in there. Actually, do all 6 of you go in there? Or just some people still go shopping? Because I heard Aaron was going to look for a scarf.
Yep. That's my goal.
So who's going with Aaron?
I'll tag along with Aaron.
I will
Shopping
go to the
buddies.
cafe. I will go to the cafe.
Okay. Alright, before you go cafe, you two go out. Aaron, you're leading, so do you have a direction you're going to go, or do you want to just look and I can make you do a perception?
I probably would know where to go.
Okay.
Seeing as I'm from this city and this is something that I would have interest in.
Alright. Yeah, sure. Give me an intelligence.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, you know quite well on most fashion shops. Magical fashion shops.
No, I don't need to be magical, I just want a normal one.
You just want a normal. Okay. Then yeah, you'd probably be able to find a place. It's a little weird at this point. It'd be most of the stuff that's from some of the older winter collection stuff going into spring.
I was saying that they're not in right now.
Yeah, you can make it go in, I'm sure.
If they're not in, I don't want them. I need something that's currently fashionable.
The question is, what color do you want in? Because most of them will be a kind of a winter color, considering. There would be a few going into spring of different colors, but
I'll browse and let you know.
okay. You're browsing scarves and other neck gear with more urine there as well. It's a really weird shop for you. It's very similar to like the Sunni temple. Bright colors, lots of cheerful people, and lots of bright colors. As most of the stuff is now switched into spring gear now. Yeah, there's lots of light clothing, thin stuff.
Scarf and say, how about this one?
Nope.
Basically, I've been like the stereotypical husband/boyfriend, and even the stereotypical wife.
Aaron, actually, how large are you looking for the scarf? Are you looking for like Doctor Who all the way down 2 feet scarf, or?
I'm looking for pictures. When I find it, I'm gonna let you know.
All right, sure. 3, 4 that are in the cafe. Yeah, sure. So Serafina, I guess, grab a table as a group, and you do identify, I guess.
I would first ask if it is allowed to do magic in the cafe.
Yeah, you just ask one of the waiters. I believe it is sure. Just don't do anything that could endanger any of the other customers. And doesn't...
fireballs. Got it.
Exactly. If you keep to yourself, that would be fine. Thank you. Enjoy your time here.
And some coffee. For all of us.
Right away.
And yes.
For all 4, I guess. Yeah.
No, but you get an encumbrance with that thing. Good God, that's obnoxious.
I feel like that's even worse than the whole no capes thing from
Wow.
The Incredibles. Like, just imagine that getting snagged in the mechanism of something.
That strangles you and drags you into death. So,
But it's
God.
really cozy when it happens.
so perfect for Aaron. Was that actually what you were looking for?
No.
Okay. You keep browsing. He comes around with the coffee for the four of you, as well as complimentary biscuits. For it's actually a pot, so 2 silver for the pot and the cups to go with it. The cups are nothing.
How are people with Wilbur going out without his eye patch and have his super weird, nasty scar?
Wait, you don't have your eye patch on? I thought that was
Yeah,
only
he
last
said
night.
that.
No, he said that for last night. I didn't realize like he was never wearing his eye patch again.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Nope. I said
don't
it in the
remember.
morning also.
Oh, okay.
He's
Okay.
basically never gonna wear it.
Okay.
That just shows how little notice you take of him, Ulan. Tisk.
Like you didn't either. No. Some of them just give you looks. It's not too crazy, mostly because there's a lot of adventures in this place. So everyone has scars of varying levels. But yeah, it's nothing like this staring directly at you and hushing under their breath. It's mostly due to your arm that anyone's looking at, really.
Yeah, there's something else discerning about this guy right now. Yeah, like.
Okay. So yeah, you do identify. Aaron, you can just say it out loud.
Yeah, that's nothing interesting. So.
Whatever. Alright. Yeah, Seraphina, you probably finish the first to identify pretty quickly. After the coffee arrives, at least. Of the two other ones that you know are at least some type of magic, one one looks like almost like a teardrop shape. Another one looks like almost like a, what would be the best way? Almost like a diamond shaped crest. Which one of them are you going to check first?
You drop.
Alright. You finish the identify spell, and you learn that it is a bird token.
A what?
Bird token.
I still don't hear that word.
Bird.
A bird token, like a sparrow
Feather
or a raven.
bird, yeah. Which, when you use the action to toss it out into the air, it is replaced by a multicolored rock.
Rock as in the bird or
Yes, bird.
okay.
Which can fly but can't attack and can carry 500 pounds and travel up to a maximum distance of 144 miles.
Holy shit.
Is that a single use or?
After the 144 miles, it disappears and begins again the next day.
It's
Oh
a
my
one
God.
per day thing.
Mm-hmm. Or you can make it carry. Or you can make it carry 1,000 pounds, and do it at half speed. So it would be half of 144, which is 72.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
You begin in the second one. Yes? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Begin in the second one, which has... It's probably the one with the most of these like feathers sticking out of it. And you begin working on that one. Aaron, you do find that type of scarf. And because it's on discount, because it was of the winter wear, you get it for only like it's a scarf. You could probably get it for about 4 silver.
Alright.
So yeah, you can mark that off. And if and were you looking for anything while you're shopping?
No, I was just tagging along.
You're just tagging. Alright. And yeah, you finish the next one then, and you discover it is a fan token, which can cause gusts of winds in a direction if you use it as an action. How many times? 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Or you can use it to propel ships or a boat for 8 hours.
I know who would love this token. Oh my god.
And yeah, the third one you already know is non-magical, but it does have a pretty nice crest on it. So yes, those are those two. Alright. And you guys finish your tea, your coffee and biscuits.
I will tell the 3 remaining group members about the 2 brooches.
Brooches.
Brooches. That was the word.
You're welcome.
I was going to say,
Mm.
it's definitely one of the better Pokemon you could have chosen.
How is the best, like, multicolored giant bird?
Ooh.
It's pretty close. It is multicolored, so yes. So yes, you guys.
What's the wrestling one? The wrestling bird one. That's name.
Yeah, but that's not legendary, so... Like, a rock is like a big fucking bird.
It's pretty large. Do I have a skill? I believe if I look in, no, don't have it in front of me. I think it counts as a huge creature.
So size. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty large. Which is why it can carry 500 or 1,000 pounds. So yes, what are you four gonna do next? 2 of them, you guys have already disappeared. Shopping. What are you guys heading next?
Could we all ride the rock?
No, you wouldn't be able to carry quite enough. The 6 of us probably weigh more than 1,000 pounds.
1,000 you might be able to do.
I'm not heavy.
But yeah, but like an adult human is about 200, so we'd probably only be able to carry
200? Really?
5.
I need to check that.
Well, remember we have got loads of gear on as well, so.
Yeah.
What do you
That's
mean?
what I meant. That's what I meant with gear. But
I'm only carrying around like 50 pounds.
although I'm like more than 200 pounds on my own, I think. My real land is heavy.
I'm real skinny for so.
Yeah,
Only-
I'm 263 pounds normally.
No, most humans are generally around 130.
Not in D&D.
More math.
If you think of the dice rolls for people's races
numbers.
stuff. Yeah.
Anyway, so yes, where are you guys going to go next? Because it's coming up to lunchtime, so you guys could probably stay here for lunch, I guess.
Do the others know where we are?
No, they did not. They had already walked off.
In that case, I guess we'll head to the exchange and try and sell these gems.
All right, so you guys head over to the Gold Height Exchange, which is probably the busiest place in the courtyard. The exchange is pretty large. Even though it's like 3 stories high, there's only one door which probably goes to about 2 stories high. And
there's gonna be dwarves.
There's a lot of dwarves in the area, as well as gnomes.
Oh my god, I'm hiding behind somebody.
Do any of them
Anybody.
look like Seren?
Oh my god.
The dwarves.
Yes.
And you're not really the best at recognizing facial features of other races. Although you can roll a perception.
I love you, but please roll poorly. Oh, fuck me.
That was almost a
There's
5.
a few with like similar hair color. Some have really good beards.
They all look like Seren.
All around about the
look
same
the
height as
same.
well. No one's wearing anything like her outfit though, so it's a little weird. It's like I don't know what to connect it to. They're all wearing round hair, pretty nice outfits. A very nice looking silk or similar type of material.
Oh my god, I've got my hood up, my cloak is, I'm practically covered, I'm hiding. Yeah.
You
Alright.
can't see me.
You can't see me. So yeah, you guys go inside. And yeah, inside it's pretty similar to the outside of the best way of describing it, it looks pretty much like the London Exchange building of just tall
Okay.
columns along the sides, white marble, counters at the far end, as well as foyers to the left and right, and stairways leading up to the top on a second floor. And numerous people discussing what probably is some type of trade or currency. As well as walking and talking to people on counters. What are you guys looking for?
Are all of the things written? Are there any signs?
There would be some signs, yes.
Are they in common?
They would be in common. This is King's
Is there one that says gem exchange?
There is no gem exchange. There's withdrawing and there is depositing. As well as there is a help desk as
Sorry,
well.
what were those again?
Deposit, withdraw, help desk.
So there's no like exchange.
There is there is a foyer on the right that would say exchange.
We shall head into the foyer.
Wait, what?
We'll head into the exchange place.
I was like, wait, what? Yeah, so you go down the foyer, and there's a little bit of a group of people, as well as a large counter of numerous desks of people handing and exchanging what look like sums of money. And quite the variety of races here. Outside, there was more dwarves and gnomes. Here in this group and these queues are numerous different races between some elves, dwarves, tieflings, which look like they're all tourists, would probably be the best way of describing them. They're all looking around, talking with someone else next to them.
Um, I'm. I'm kind of like gonna look at Seren and be like, kind of give her a, do you know how this works? Look.
I'm gonna peek up from under the corner of my hood and just shrug.
And
Nothing.
I give the same look to Wilbur and Serafina.
I know.
Not really. You've never really had to deal with exchanging currencies.
Wilbur?
Trading goods, but not changing currency.
We could also always go up to the help desk.
There was a help desk.
Yeah, that was one of the three outside.
I walk up to the help desk, and Ulan is gonna put on a slightly posher accent.
This will be fun.
I'm gonna have to see if I can do a posh Scottish accent. It's gonna be quite difficult, but just pretend it's posher.
Hello, and welcome to the Gold Heart Exchange. You look like you're in need of some help there, sir.
Yes, hi, I'm Lord Clarence MacDonald. My lovely assistant and I would like to deposit some gemstones. You're welcome, Dee.
I love you right now.
Oh, I'm so glad I muted before I started to laugh out loud.
We
Of
have
course.
some gemstones that we're looking to liquidate into spendable currency.
Liquidate, sir. Well, if you head towards the exchange, where you can get some currency based on the gemstones you have on you. What gemstones do you have on your person?
Let's just say it's a large quantity.
Of course. If it's in gold, euro, or a different type of foreign currency, we have those as well.
Coin of the realm should be fine.
Gold, of course. If you would like this way, I can assist you and lead you on the proper transfers.
That would be extremely helpful, thank you very much.
Alright, well, follow me. As the dwarf, he's actually pretty well dressed. He looks like he actually got like some type of would it be a cravat? Yeah, it's kind of like a tie,
Okay.
with like a jacket on, and again, way too much jewelry. Leads you actually in the way of the exchange, and goes to actually one of the vacant desks. There would be 3 desks that are actually people are next to, and there would be a 4th one on one of the sides that he jumps behind. Well then, if we're looking to exchange, I can be of assistance.
I'll reach into the bag of holding and I will rummage around and pull out the entire chest of gemstones.
Bag of holding. Huh. Well,
I would like to point out to the group that we should keep the diamonds.
We already went through and there weren't any diamonds in there.
Well,
Yeah, we already have those separate for the Revivify case, I believe.
No, I don't think there were any. I think
were
Aaron
not,
looked, but we couldn't find any.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Find some big ass onyxes though.
there was onyxes, yes.
they got stolen, Wilbur.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
they were sold.
Oh, well.
Yeah, no, he did sell
And
them.
then the money for them got stolen.
And then the money
Yeah.
got stolen.
God damn it.
I sold the cow and dropped the butter, okay?
Good times, good times. I presume the gems that you're wanting to exchange are in the chest you have there.
Indeed. I open it up and show him.
How many gems were there in it previously?
£40.
There's 40 pounds of gems. Okay.
Does it glow like the suitcase from Pulp Fiction?
No. Yeah, there's a little bit of glitter from the light coming out, but There's no gold.
Uh,
Then there would be magic gems.
God damn it, where's Aaron with the
we should just
prestidigitation
put a
when we
light
need him?
stone at the bottom.
yeah, I was gonna say a light stone at the bottom so it looked more alive.
Well, that is an interesting collection you have there. No matter.
40 pounds later.
May I?
Yep.
He takes one and pulls out a monocle and inspects it. Alright. These are of quite a quality. Quite a quality indeed. Where did you get these from?
I acquired on our travels with a band of adventurers.
Yes, your lord.
Aye, it's a hobby.
Of course.
Why is it an uncommon practice for lords where you're from? Dragon lords like myself, we go on journeys all the time.
Well, generally, Dragonborns don't care of lordships.
Not as far as you're aware. It's a complicated subculture that only certain people know about. I suppose it's above your pay grade. And I just stare off in disinterest.
I'm trying so hard not to shake my head.
You're just like,
Oh my god.
of course. I'm not that interested in what you do, sir.
Not the best straight face.
Don't worry, he rolled an insight. Actually, yeah, Ulan, just roll a deception just in case if you beat it. I doubt it, but you can try.
Smell-based deception? No.
No. No, and yeah. Well, the jaws themselves are quite a pretty penny. For you're wanting to sell the entire collection.
We were looking to invest in some land, and we need coin for purchase. You know, lordly business, that kind of stuff.
I see. That's quite a peculiar way of spending the money, but I say that is quite a good investment.
Well, I mean, land is the most important commodity. After all, it's the only thing they're not making more of.
Smart. Well then, I can say for the collection of the 40 pounds of gemstones you have here, I could offer... let's say 80,000.
Did he say 80?
Yeah.
Aye, that sounds reasonable.
Oh,
Also, and just to kind of like cover my reaction, I'm gonna reach into the bag of holding and I'm gonna pull out the single bar of gold that I separated from the others. And I'm gonna.
What is that?
We also came across these, and they appear to be marked with a sigil. My maester here, and I gesture at Wilbur, recognized it as a seal of one of the noble houses, and we're not entirely sure what the protocol is for finding gold marked in such a way.
Well, may I inspect the shield?
I hand it out to him.
And again pulls his monocle up to it.
As I try to find a note about what this, which
Yeah,
one it was.
I couldn't find the page either, so I just bluffed it.
Well, this is indeed the seal of the Assyrian family. You found this.
Aye, it looked like it might have been misappropriated by a group of kobold bandits, perhaps.
Which is indeed stolen goods.
How would be the best way of going about returning this to the rightful owners?
Well, the Assyrian family lives to the southwest. If you were to return it.
No,
Did
it's
Siren
fine,
make that
Siren.
noise out loud?
Yes. Do I
No,
actually happen to know who they are?
Roll a history. Yeah, history.
Yeah, no clue.
No,
Never mind.
for you they're
It
not
just,
that
the
interesting.
whole Southwest thing just went, oh crap.
Wilbur turns around and
relative
whispers to her
Valstead?
that the desert, basically whispers her desert.
We're pretty close to the desert, sure.
Yes, that's how
Oh.
you explain it to me.
Mm.
So,
Yes. You said these.
Oh, we found them actually on the edge of the Emerald Sea.
Lots of things go missing there.
They wouldn't happen to have any kind of holdings within the city, or perhaps be in attendance for the tournament, would they?
They may have attendants that may be here.
trade office maybe.
If you want to leave them here, there would be some compensation, I would assume. I wouldn't know how much it would be. I would have to discuss that.
Well, perhaps we'll keep an eye out for them at the tournament, and if we don't come across them by the time we leave the city, we'll drop the gold off and make arrangements from there.
Of course.
So I take the gold bar back and put it back in the bag of holding.
So,
So 80,000, you said, yes?
yes.
Should be an ask. Can we get it all in Electrum?
Electrum is less than gold, isn't it?
It's a
I
mixture
know.
of gold and silver.
Gold and silver, so it's in the middle.
It's like 7 silver pieces or something, 7.5 or something. Just to be an
It's something really weird, yeah.
just to be an ass to everyone we sell.
It's generally used only in dwarven areas.
Yeah, we won't worry. If you could provide it to us in a mixture of platinum and gold, that would be fantastic.
Actually, it should be more around the realms of 75.
Whoa, you said 80. You're not going back on your word now, are you, Mr. Dwarf?
I am offering a price. Do you want it?
You're very lucky you've caught me on a good day. 75, I suppose, will suffice. Though, I don't know how we're going to
So,
afford the
is he
orange.
lying or not?
About what?
I did the inside, basically. Was it 80 from, or did he just say 75? Say it wrong. As I rolled on that 20.
He knows they're worth quite a bit, although he doesn't like that Ulan was lying about his title and the gold bars themselves.
Can I at least try and persuade him about the 80? Since that is what he said.
He did.
Bearing in mind I have a charisma of -1, it's probably not going to work, but...
You're going to try.
Nope. Alright, 75. That'll be fine.
Yeah. 75. And you said you wanted in both
A mix
platinum.
of platinum and gold would be great.
Fair enough. Hold on just a moment. And he gets up and walks out actually one of the doors behind the counters. And disappears for a couple minutes. And eventually returns after quite a number of minutes actually, with multiple actual sacks, not large sacks but pretty large sacks of coins, and brings them up to the counter and puts his hand actually on the bottom side of the glass between the two of you, to open up a larger slit. Well then, if you'd like to pass the gems across,
I will do so.
here is your gold of 5,000 gold, and here's your platinum of the other 70,000. So it'd be 700 platinum.
No,
No,
7,000.
7,000 platinum.
Yeah. Oh my god, you guys, you have so much money. Just bear with me 1 second. There are so many numbers I need to calculate it.
I do hope you return for more business.
Oh, I'm sure we will. Well, if we don't encounter the Assyrian family, we'll be back in a few days anyway, so...
Right. Well then, I hope you have a pleasant day, and enjoy the Dawn Festival.
Good day to you, sir.
He gets up and actually walks back past the door and the counter.
We have 77,000 gold, guys. How about we go shopping for the next several sessions?
Is it only me that's here? Here comes the money, money, money.
Make it hail, guys.
Well, we don't have to spend it all at once.
Oh no, we won't, but, like, I was kind of stood there being like, this is a 500 gold, that's quite expensive. And now it's like, let's go shopping again.
Oh, see, I hope Ulan hasn't used the title of a real noble now.
That would be a really fucking weird title, though.
Do you remember what it was? Because I don't remember
Yes,
what
it was a quote from Indiana Jones, so yes.
Okay, so it was a place that didn't even exist, so...
Well, I said Lord Clarence MacDonald. I didn't say where it was from.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
considering...
Clarence McDonald's.
Considering Wilbur actually knows all the lords' names, yeah.
Okay, as we're walking out the place, I'm gonna really quietly say to Wilbur, we're gonna have to do some straws and some stuff for this Lord Clarence MacDonald guy. I have a good feeling about this. Business cards, fake moustache, that kind of stuff.
I can probably find a place where they have no lord per se.
Yeah, we'll call that Project Kilt. I don't know.
Killed?
Project Bagpipe, that'll do.
What's a bagpipe?
No bagpipes are actually a D&D thing.
Yeah, they're a D&D instrument. It's one of the things you can pick as a bard.
Fair enough.
There are 2 silver pieces.
Alright, so you guys walk
Bond
out
knowledge.
of the exchange. Sure, you notice Aaron and Ephelmore walking around some of the fashion shops with Aaron with a scarf.
Mimsa, are you holding on to the 3 brooches? Well, the things.
Unless
The
you
tokens.
took them from me, then yes.
So, and you've got the stats written down.
Most of the stats, yes.
Sweet. So I will delete them from the party notes. So now, literally, the only thing in the bag of holding is the gravity stones and a bunny.
Serafina would
Can you
actually...
say money or bunny?
I heard,
Both.
I heard bunny as well.
But bunny is in the hat of holding.
Serafina would
The hat of
ask
holding.
if she could
Pulling up
be
dead
allowed
bunnies.
to keep the brooch with the gust of wind magic.
You can hang on to either of them if you want. I mean,
Well, I want to use it as a gift for somebody I know.
can I insight?
Sure. Yeah. She wants it for herself.
Well, no,
Precious.
I'm just gonna assume it's for a boy,
Sure.
and I'll be like, alright.
Well, you're technically not wrong, but not in that way, no. Oh my god, no, please.
No, it's well, Perhaps we should speak to an expert and get an understanding of just how valuable an item it is. I mean, granted, we're not exactly scrimping for cash at the moment, but like if we were just going to give away a bag of a crate of gemstones that's valued at 75,000 gold, that would probably be a short-sighted mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can give you money for it.
Well, I mean, like, I have no problem with you having it. And, I mean, this is not, I don't mean it the way that this is going to sound, but I'm quite proficient at creating wind myself.
Fart noises occurs.
So, I mean, like, I don't mind. I just, I suppose it's perhaps more of a decision for the group. If we know how much it's worth, and then we can worry about it later.
Well, I can buy it off the group if I need to.
Aye, but we'd need to know how much it was worth. That's all I'm saying. There's no point us like charging you an exorbitant amount or an inadequate amount. I mean, if it's like, it might only be worth a few hundred gold or something, in which case, yeah. But
What are we talking about again?
she found a pretty brooch and she wants to give it to a boy.
Oh, Serafina likes a boy.
I facepalm.
Who is it?
My brother.
Oh. Oh, I didn't know halflings were like that. Alright,
Oh my god!
I face
It's
palm.
not common in Velen, what I know. Remember,
Your
a group of
brother.
virgins here.
Your brother, you haven't spoken about him much. Oh no, you have, he's the one with the ship, right?
He's a sailor.
Sailor
yes.
guy. Oh, well, in that case, that makes a lot of sense.
Also, are you guys gonna change for the ceremony tonight, or are you gonna go like this?
I'm in my fancy robes. Screw you.
There's more people here.
Sorry, but I got apparently robbed and raped, so I don't have any other clothes.
I wouldn't go broadcasting that second bit if I was you, Master Wilbur.
I was playing for sympathy, alright? Well, perhaps perhaps we should have a wander around and see if we can find some kind of matching attire for the whole set of us. Perhaps, Aaron, perhaps you'd like to be our fashion consultant and pick an outfit out for everyone that's appropriate, or at least an item of decoration.
Right. What color do you guys want to go with? What shall represent us?
Well, my favorite color is burgundy red, but I don't think that would fit everyone.
Well, why don't we have some 6 colors and we each pick a color?
That might
Well,
not. Things like that might not be readily available, so.
Well, maybe we could just get strips of cloth in the relevant colors and sew them together, so like a rainbow, but not rainbow colors.
Wait.
Kappa Pepper.
There's a thing we used to do at my temple where you get a length of like twine or thread, and you weave it together into a wee little bracelet.
Oh my god, I'm so on it.
And we
knows?
all have a magicite stone each in one of the 6 colors. So perhaps we're each represented by the color that matches our magicite stone.
So Power Rangers.
Well, I was going to try to find some Aaron Final Fantasy X clothes, but fine.
But we'll need Wilbur especially will need a new outfit, and then if anyone's going to make him look passably human, it's Aaron.
Anywho, we should start with like, I don't know. Do we want to represent with the same bracelet? That would be nice.
Yeah, we should make wee little friendship bracelets for everyone.
Maybe instead of a bracelet, it could be an armband. That might be more visible.
It could be either one of those, whoever chooses one.
Or both. I mean, the bracelet thing would be a wee practical thing that we could wear at all times, but the armband would definitely be more visible for the event.
Now we just need either a colored fabric or leather.
Is there a shop that sells ribbons?
Of course there is.
Yeah, there's cloth shops. This is a trade district, so there is places that just sell cloth and materials. Leather as well.
I'm just gonna put my arm out towards Aaron like a gentleman in the Victorian era on a stroll with his girlfriend and be like, to the haberdashers then.
To the haberdashery.
Yeah, let's go.
Aaron leads the way to fashion trips.
Can you be a draper?
Can you find sunglasses? Because even if it's nice and all, I don't think Wilbur will, when he tries to look fashionably, have a white gross eye. Even if he can hide his arm, it's not like the eye is not gonna catch people off them.
We can get you a non-grody eye patch.
And they don't want to get an eye patch.
Or a mask. You could get like a Phantom of the Opera mask.
I guess. If I'm that ugly.
OOC could get an eye patch or like a magicite stone that shoots fireballs or something.
That is easily a thing. You could also find goggles. There isn't really much sunglasses per se.
There's lenses of stuff.
There is lenses, so yeah, there is glasses. So yeah, you'd probably be able to find tinted glass.
A tinted glass is fine.
Or you could get a thing like Deadshot, where it's a badass magical eye of sniping.
As we are walking,
there is eyes of enlarging. So.
There's eyes of minute seeing.
That's the thing that is basically you have a stethoscope with you everywhere.
Mm-hmm. So what was that, Serafina?
As we're walking, I'd like to grab the attention of Wilbur.
Easily done.
As he looks down. Mm-hmm.
You said that red, burgundy deep red, is your favorite color. If you want to, we can switch magicite stone. So you have the red one?
No, it's fine. the element doesn't match me that much. It's totally fine. Also, you can't really switch when mine got stolen.
Oh, why?
Nice rubber get in, Serafina.
I'd forgotten, goddammit!
Ooh.
Let's have a switch. Me versus your nothing.
So yeah, you can probably find some type of sunglasses.
You can always
You can
have
probably
mine
find
if you want
magical
to.
ones as well of different types of seeing. Aaron, you're looking for cloth for everyone.
Yeah, I think it was. I don't know if you want a cloth or leather ones.
Okay. You can find either.
Yeah,
we go
I'll
with
buy
both?
both. Yeah, I'll buy both and see what comes out of them.
Okay. So yeah, you buy strips of both, 6 pieces each.
Yeah.
Okay.
6
Yeah.
pieces times 6, so 36.
Yeah, so I'd say 36 silver, so 3. Yeah, 36 silver. Actually,
We
be slightly
go-
less. Yeah, let's do 36 silver. Sure. So 3 gold, 6 silver.
Might have 36 silver pieces, who knows?
Sure, you might.
I got it from mine, don't worry.
Basically, the Link has that type of outfit. Basically, is what he wants as his fancy clothes.
You're gonna try and find a new coat for Wilbur because his is wrecked. Still.
Yeah, and he's been walking around town
Yeah, you would.
without his studded leather and basically in his pirate shirt all day. So.
You would definitely be able to see nice jackets. Again, some of the winter ones are still there on discount. There's some lighter ones for summer, which are similar to what Aaron usually wears, like quite colourful jackets. There's some plain leather ones as well, so almost like it's almost biker jacket, but not black. It's brown. There's other shades as well.
Are they in 50 Shades of Grey too?
There is no 50 Shades of Grey. There's like 5 Shades of Grey. So yeah, you moved a little bit further into the shopping district, away from the trade district, which is further to the north side.
I think I should go to the temple and work on the bracelets if you want to have them for today. And you guys can continue shopping. I
Why
don't
is
really
there? Is
need
there
anything.
anything you want?
No.
Nothing magical, or I mean, I don't. I look
Not
around and see
really.
if there's anybody near that can overhear us.
There's people
Anything
walking
magical?
past you. You're in
I
a
lean
large
in-
section of the trade district, so
I lean in really close to the group and I'm like, we have a fuck ton of money now, guys. Like we're pretty good. So if there's anything you want, like a fancy spear or like a
No, I'm good. Just use the money on yourselves. I don't mind. I don't really need anything. I need to work on this now.
okay. Do you want anyone to come with you, or you're alright in your room?
You guys might want to check if any of you want something, so it's better if you're all present during the shopping.
Well, except for something presentable for tonight, and an arm. Nothing really for me.
Don't you need a weapon at least?
I was thinking of making one. Something
Well,
like Jit.
If I can find a magical longsword, you could have my regular one, Master Wilbur.
It may be a bit too heavy for me, but it will stand for now.
Well, we'll have a browse around. I'm sure we'll find something for everyone. Are you sure you're going to be alright on your own, though, Adam?
course, I'm home.
Is there someone at the temple that you're anxious to get back and see?
Subtle.
Dropping hints like hammers, Ulan.
Is that a yes?
That's I need to be going now.
I wait until Aaron's out of earshot and I just go, guys, we need to buy him a present. We need to find something for Aaron.
A
It needs to
girlfriend.
be pretty.
He's already got one at the temple, weren't you paying attention?
Nothing saying he can't have two.
I give Ithamore a really dirty look.
I'm blown away from that one.
Like, how dare you interfere with the sanctity of romance and shipping?
Roll perception. Alright.
So I guess back to the section with the armor and stuff, because
We're not gonna buy fancy clothes and sunglasses.
You can.
well, like if you're still buying, sorry, I had to make a phone call, so I missed.
Yeah.
what-
Are you buying the sunglasses, Wilbur?
Yeah, and also the link for how Aaron from Final Fantasy clothes. Is there any like cloth that looks like that? It's basically cloth with a belt and a lot of buckles, belt buckles.
That's pretty much what Gavin was wearing. It's a little harder to find anything like that, mostly because it's Oriental.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Can I make investigation for an import shop?
An import shop, sure. Make a investigation. There's everything that's similar. There's like jackets. There's definitely
Fuck
you
it,
can
I'm gonna
find.
use my inspiration.
You can
so I
definitely
can
find
reroll it.
belt stuff.
I will use my inspiration for this.
Oh yeah, you have inspiration.
That's just rolling a one.
Wow.
Because it's
Yeah.
no, the inspiration button is always rolling one. I think no. Okay.
No, it doesn't work.
That just
Yeah.
shows you how many inspirations you have. It's not a dice
Just
roll.
roll
Yeah.
it. You just need to type it in.
A D10.
Still rolls a 1. Rolls a 6. Okay.
Sure, I'm going all the way down. A hero point also because I really want this fucking jacket.
21. Looking.
With divine guidance.
Even with divine guidance, it is near impossible to find anything like this. The closest you find is a tailor who's using it as inspiration for his works, but still has a very Western feel to it, which makes it a little weird. Although it's pretty close. Of long draping jacket with belts along the shoulders and across the chest to one hold it together and to use as pockets.
Close enough. Thank you, divine guidance. I will approach the shopkeeper. Hello.
You don't have to do that. Yeah, you can buy it for 5 gold. Actually, no, 3 gold.
And with the sunglasses?
Sunglasses,
Or tinted
5.
glasses?
5 silver. This is actually no. The tilted ones would be a gold.
Down to 6.
So that's 4 gold altogether, was that?
Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm the man with the money now, so
And the man with the money.
I hand over 4 gold.
The shopkeepers take it. Don't mind.
I own some fancy clothes for the night.
You have a little bit more appealable clothing for anyone who's going to look at you.
Also, I hide my eyes a bit and my arm, sort of.
It does help. +1 charisma? No. Yes, so you guys are going to go shopping more for clothing, or are you going to head back south?
I think we're weapons and armoring, right?
Yeah.
And no, we want to go to crazy
Samir.
Yeah.
Samir, that's it.
Okay, yeah. You cross to the north side, the northwest side, all the way at the top, round, where's my mouse? There's here, where you find Samir's secret store, which is a very strange,
Yes.
and even one of the S's is upside down.
Does it have a sign outside? So it's a secret store with a sign outside.
Yeah,
Awesome.
It's
So
like that
secret.
place where there's a sign for secret nuclear bunker.
and like even the outside has stuff around the door. Like there's like a vase just placed to hold the door open. There's like carpets, boxes.
Are the medical boxes?
You have no idea. And the door's open, which gives off a very aromatic smell coming from inside. And the store itself is pretty large, considering all the other stores around here are 3 stories high. This one would be matching. You guys enter?
Yes.
Okay, because I was like, you're just standing outside watching.
Nice carpets.
I look at everything.
And you notice a lot of things. Yeah, there's things like hanging from the ceilings, which, again, this store has a ground floor with a spiral staircase that leads up to a second floor, and you can just about make out there is a third floor that leads further up. It is closed off. The second floor is open with a kind of balcony to look down onto the ground floor. But even then, there's things hanging from the ceiling, which you can see as both skeletons of birds and other creatures. Probably a shark. Well, it kind of looks like a shark. I'm not completely sure. As well as knickknacks that are on shelves. There isn't any direct like aisles or anything. It's just there's a shelf there. There's a shelf there. There's a stand here with a vase with some weird painting around it. As well as other various things, as well as rugs all over the floor, and some even hanging. And again, as you walk in, you can smell a very strong aromatic smell that seems to be just floating around the shop. And every often you can actually almost see the scent of it as like a trail, like floating in the air.
There's a trail floating in the air.
Yeah, it's almost like a little river of literal smell.
Well, I'm looking for foot things and hand things.
Hand things.
So like gloves, braces, boots, foot wraps.
Right, apparel. That is what you're looking for.
But
Yeah,
specifically hand things and foot things.
yeah. There's like boots around the place. Some that go to would go up to your knee. Some that would go all the way up to your thigh. Some that would literally barely cover your entire foot. Gloves of both leather as well as metal, as well as covering just your hand all the way up to your elbow.
Are there any of these things labeled or like?
None of them are labeled. They're just scattered around.
When we carry around Serafina, so it identifies everything.
Identify.
Then we're probably gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, you probably, after walking around a little, you hear some rustling from upstairs. Because you can't see a counter. Yeah, you can't see a counter, and you can't see anyone looking around at the moment.
Is this place like a maze?
It's basically like a maze of just stuff. Because there's no direct aisles or anything. There's literally, you turn a corner, and then it leads around again to another corner.
It's basically just this guy's garage.
Yeah,
Just all of his
it's just
stuff
a
is in
really large garage.
We're gonna end up crossing the other Feywild again, aren't we?
Well, we're gonna find a small box and we're gonna click it, and it's gonna be a folding robot.
You do find a rowboat. A small one, but you do find a small rowboat pressed against the side, against one of the walls.
This is like one of episode like Loot Hoarders or something.
This
there a
would be
canoe?
excellent. No, this is like full-on 20-foot rowboat.
Hypothetically speaking, would a canoe fit in the bag of holding?
Yeah,
I just wanna
it's
pull
thin
the canoe out
enough
of the bag
that
of
you'd be able
holding.
to slide it in. Yeah.
Yeah.
We may have to invest in that in the future.
Just have 6 canoes so we can go around canoeing.
Yeah, if you walk around a little more, you find a box of what looks like knickknacks, from like little balls to similar tokens to what Seraphine has already identified. Marbles, squares that look like dice.
Are there any tetrahedrons?
No.
Damn it, no D20s.
Are there any little statues?
Yeah, there would be statues of large and small, made of varying qualities of materials. Some gold, some onyx, some jade.
Do we find any clockwork so we can explain to Ulan what clockwork is?
Give me an investigation. Yeah. While rummaging through, you find what would remain as a grandfather clock without a face. So it would literally just be the handles
Interesting.
and
Ulan.
all the clockwork underneath.
Ulan, come here.
Aye.
This is gnome clockwork.
Oh, you mean a gear mechanism? I know what that is.
And it is still working.
I
Immediately-
just stare at Ulan, just
Why would you use this to tell the time? Why, when you've got perfectly good hourglass? I don't know.
Is someone there?
Well, it's like a sundial.
Hello?
Except
Hello?
it's indoor.
Hello? Hello? Is there anyone
Well,
there?
unless we're having conversation.
Aye.
Hello?
Hello?
Sorry, I did not hear there was guests. As someone from the second floor comes down and runs towards the stairs. You should have said you were coming in. Welcome to the Samir's store. He's not here right now, but I'm Hannah. I'm his assistant. Welcome to his store. You haven't got lost, I hope.
No, hello there,
Nope.
Hannah. I'm Mulan. This is Wilbur, Serafina, Ithelmore, and Seren. We're
Hi. Hi.
we're browsing for magical items. In fact, actually, the store was recommended to us by was it someone at the King's Guild? Was that right? Is that what happened?
Oh yeah,
it
the
was this
King's
morning.
Guild. The great fans. Great. And yeah, Hannah looks like just very young, probably mid-20s, human with black hair pulled back into like a really weird mess of a bun, with held together with what looks like sticks, but look more like wands.
Cool.
Were you looking for anything of interest, or are you just browsing? Everyone browses. There's a lot of things here.
Yeah, well, perhaps if we explain who we are and what we're about, you might know of some items that might be
No,
appropriate.
I've got it. And she like closes her eyes and holds her hand up in front of you. Adventurous.
God damn it.
Aye.
And you in particular are a fighter of his fists,
Aye.
and you, pointing, not even like opening eyes, points down at Seraphina, a wizard of the magical arts, and a paladin of one of the wonderful temples here of King's Arch, and
Uh-huh.
and an astute warrior.
Which
Go
one's
on.
the astute warrior?
She points down towards Saren.
Oh,
And then she opens again. It's like, so then you'll be looking for weapons.
Excuse me, but what am I?
he's armless. Don't mind him.
Sorry, I didn't feel anything from you. That occasionally happens.
Like the dark, like face, like sad, and says he just feels starting to get depressed.
Sorry, this isn't the first time. Don't worry. It just sometimes doesn't get anything. Sorry.
Am I aware whether the person used magic or not?
She didn't cast any spells.
Well, to be fair, I mean, Itham was dressed like a paladin,
Yeah.
and you've
Yeah,
got a
we
wizard's
give
hat
it
on.
away.
Yeah.
And she,
Me,
and Sarah
me
looked like
I'm
a
slightly
barbarian.
impressed with. The monk thing I'm impressed with, because I'm dressed in my fancy hat and my fancy robes.
You have no staff, and you have no weapon.
And you have fists.
Not true.
And definitely show some wear and tear.
Well, I guess.
They look a bit leathery.
So, you're looking for weapons. I'm thinking something unique, magical, and possibly dangerous.
Sounds like an evening with me, Hannah, and I give her a saucy wink.
Well, provided it's dangerous to our foes and not to us.
Oh, that was a flirt. Oh, I'm sorry.
Thumbs
I know
down.
I'm supposed to blush? Oh.
Ulan looks so dejected right now.
I
Basically,
love
Ulan and Wilbur is doing the same face. Like, oh god. Just feeling bad.
Moving on. We should move on. And you're looking for various trinkets to help in your adventuring, I presume. Boots of swiftness would be a great example of that, as well as maybe a cape of flying, or maybe.
Do you have any gauntlets that boost strength?
Yes. We have those indeed. They're actually known as ogre gauntlets, to be precise, and they can be worn by pretty much anyone, actually.
Any particular belts you would have in?
Belts, well, depends what size you are. We have ones that would probably go up to your waist, or up to your head at least. Some that would probably fit a giant. to be precise. Well, he actually got it off a giant.
Anything that might enhance someone's insight or ability to perceive, their sort of latent wisdom type thing?
We have gems of Ioun that do similar things, as well as a few circlets that would boost certain attributes of your mental capacity. And for you, Miss Mage, wands of various spell types. I think we even have one of Wonder. Is that gone? I think we still have that. As well as staves of quite a lot of power. As well as just straight up magicite stones. Yes, we have some magicite stones as well in stock.
You wouldn't have a spare arm, would you?
She's like, oh, yeah.
As it says a bit jokingly. Don't think about the answer. That.
Arms. We have magic hands. We don't have full arms, unfortunately.
I didn't expect that answer.
Yeah. You could ask Smear if he ever comes back, and he may be able to help you a little more on that one. I just look after the shop.
How do those magic hands work? Maybe we could jury rig something up for him, like put it on the end of a stick. Would that still work, or does it have to be in contact with the body?
It's mostly to replace someone with a missing hand, as a replacement of sorts.
Well, that's fine. I can cut off this hand.
Oh, that was a joke. That was a joke.
Don't worry, I normally can't tell when he's joking either.
So yes, any of those that would interest you in purchasing? She's just like holding her hands in the air, like, well. Yeah.
What types of belts do you have?
Well, as we said, we have some dwarven belts, some belts that Smear apparently got from a giant.
Not from a giant.
Some magic belts of levitation, as well as, I believe, one of item storing. Sorry, did you say
a belt of item storing? You say?
Yes. It's quite similar to what you would probably know as a bag of holding. However, it can be worn around the waist and has multiple pockets for storage of fairly medium-sized objects. Of, for example, weapons, or maybe a scroll.
Would you be able to store a whole profession kit in it?
Of some of them, yes, you probably could.
There only the problem with getting things in, or is it some quite story in it?
Usually getting them out is usually the easiest. If you can put something in, it's very easy to take it out. It somehow distorts its process as it comes out.
How expensive would such a belt be?
I and she's like doing like wavy hands in the air, like drawing numbers. Probably around 700 gold for the belt of storing. Yes, yeah, that was the one, right?
I look at Wilbur and give him a "Do you want it?" look. Is that a nodding noise?
Yes.
Okay.
That's actually his neck moving.
We'll take one of those for starters, definitely.
Well, it's pretty much the only one. We usually only keep one of everything. Almost everything, at least.
Do you happen to have anything that would assist me with archery?
I would
Archery,
like
as
to
in
look at...
bows?
Aye.
Do you have something for crossbows when we're still at it?
How's crossbows? Do you want a bow, per se? Or are you just looking for an enhancement of your abilities?
An enhancement of my abilities would be handy.
You are a Dragonborn, though.
I'm only really experienced with a short bow, so I mean, I'm not a...
Well, we have glasses that would increase accuracy. They're really good at defining a target at a distance. Your face, unfortunately, probably wouldn't fit it. So it might be effective
Would they be able
with
to
the
be
crossbow.
modified for him?
There is some strings for the bow. We do have a few magical bows, actually.
Do you happen to have a crossbow that's capable of reloading itself?
Reloading itself. We have a repeater crossbow. That we actually got over from the Griffin, actually. They're very good with their engineering over there, and it's actually a multiple containment unit for the crossbow on its top. Actually, I can retrieve it actually if you want to see it.
This does intrigue our minds, doesn't it? As it looks to Uland.
Not from me, but I'm imagining the less times you need to reload, the easier it's going to be for you.
Well, with one arm, yes.
Okay. Stay right here. I'll be right back. And she like disappears between a bunch of stuff. And you hear rustling, probably 50 feet in the other direction. And she skips back, brushing a few things with both her robe and her apron, with a slightly larger hand crossbow, with an attachment on top of it, which is like just looks like a rectangle just stuck on top of it. And you can see into one side, which has a bunch of crossbow bolts, all stacked on top of each other. Well, here it is. It can hold 6 additional bolts inside it before it has to be fully reloaded. It's I haven't actually tried it myself. Apparently it works.
Would we be able to do some test shooting?
Not
that there is anywhere.
Store, please.
Well, it was just a question.
But I'm perfectly sure it works and is in fine condition. Nothing touches anything in here. Or damages anything. That I can give my word. She kind of does like karate motion.
I kind of want to insert that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wilbur's gonna insight about the quality of this crossbow, as he had never seen a repeating crossbow before.
Well, it was more the part with the nothing touches nothing kind of thing, and I'm thinking, oh, curses, yeah, corrupt magic, yeah.
It's
We do have a guy
mostly
that can remove curses.
that no one literally touches anything. You know, actually, you rolled a natural 20. Pretty much that whoever walks in here only looks at stuff and then walks out.
Basically, no one is interested.
Pretty much, because there's no labels for anything, so...
A quick question. Are you aware whether some of the items you have might have curses on it?
I don't know off the top of my head. Although I wouldn't put it past me to actually have gotten any that would be. Although I don't know which ones. Although this isn't. This is not even magical. This is just a dwarven made crossbow. It should be fine.
I love her honesty.
There might
Yeah, but
there
she
might
doesn't
be
sound
some
honest.
others in the back that might be. We definitely have some locked up that definitely are. They make noises. It's really weird. But no, most of the
Have you ever thought about maybe asking a cleric for help to get rid of the curses?
there is a few buyers that are interested in cursed things. They're a little strange.
I
Surely
just
it's-
raised my eyebrows.
Surely it's illegal to sell cursed items knowingly.
As long as the recipient knows they're cursed, that's fine.
Interesting law.
And not all curses are bad. Just most of them. Actually, just like deadpan look.
curse bad by definition?
Well, if we think about the curse that was on Seren's axe, it wasn't really bad. It was like to her detriment, but also to her advantage.
Oh, so you've had a cursed item. There we go.
Still have it.
Well, there we go.
Although we've managed to release her from the effects of the curse.
Yeah, this is true.
Well, no one's dead.
As everyone looks around like,
There used to be 6 of us. Aaron, oh god.
Took
poor
an arrow
Aaron.
to the knee?
No, he's gone away, and
Deception.
oh, I miss him. No, because what I'm saying is true.
Tell him I'm in a better place.
Aaron's gone away.
I start
He's in
walking.
his happy place.
I walk off in search of looking for the wands he was talking about because
Okay.
I don't.
No.
I don't.
She just deadpan looks you.
Okay. I have a hypothetical question. I've heard about a magical item that. Hang on a second.
There's a lot of magical items, especially in this store.
Just let me flip to the page because my brain's wonky.
No joke.
It's like it's not something that I found. It's the thing that Serafina identified earlier, but I can't quite remember exactly what it does.
The brooch?
The fan one.
Oh yeah.
The fan token.
So
What
I'm just flipping to the page. I'm going to explain what it does and then
Oh.
ask how much it's worth.
Yeah, that's fine. You do it, and she's nodding. Oh, one of those tokens. We actually have a few of those, somewhere in a box. She just like starts looking over some of it. Like, where did he put those? No matter. But you want to know how much they were worth? Generally in the realms of probably 2,000 gold. The one you described is probably around that mark.
Is Seraphina hearing this?
Nope.
She walked
I
off.
walked off.
Alright, that's good to know. I'll bear that in mind. Also, I think earlier you mentioned something about boots of swiftness.
Yes, we have quite a number of boots and greaves. As she kind of looks at Evermore. For
Yes,
various
those-
different types.
Those gauntlets are over strength sounded interesting.
Yes, those gauntlets are impeccable quality.
How much?
For the gauntlets? Generally I haven't really had a price, but well, they've been there for how many months now?
How much was the crossbow?
She didn't say.
You didn't.
Well, it is a non-magical item.
It's a non-magical item, so it would probably be around standard crossbow price plus effective upgrades to it. Probably in the realms of 150 gold. The crossbow. For
I'm just keeping
the
a shopping list. Sorry.
gauntlets, 1,000 gold would be a good starting point if you wanted to purchase them.
What was that for?
1,000 gold.
For what?
The ogre gauntlets.
Yeah, gauntlets.
Are the gauntlets of ogre strength, or are they just gauntlets that ogre wear? Is the thing, right?
It's ogre
In the
gauntlets.
shop.
But boots as well. We have boots of increased speed for faster running. We have some that increase just your ability to react. There are some that I believe allow you to walk on ceilings.
Ooh.
Samir used them once. I told him to take them off. They're weird. As well as some that reduce your noise upon walking.
Is there anything that might hasten me in combat?
There is one pair. They're a little dusty. They're in a crate somewhere. She again looks around the mess of stuff. It's like, huh. Yeah, they should be around here somewhere. Yeah, they increase your movements in combat. Yeah, is that what you're looking for?
In non-D&D speak, what would that do?
Be haste.
Just like, okay.
Taste.
Boots of all adventurers.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
Let me just remind myself what haste does.
they're pretty old. A lot of stuff.
Any of them make more nimble and dexterous?
Yes, there is those as well. There's the greaves, which actually.
Yeah, those hastening boots sound quite good actually. How much would they be?
Oh, they are rather ancient.
Oh, great.
They...
Old magic.
Old magic. They do, though, have quite a powerful magic in them. I would have to remind myself what they actually do.
Well, while you think about that, is it possible to look at the boots that let you walk on walls? You said.
Oh yes, they should be. And she's like pointing in the distance. That box. And she just points to a stack of boxes.
Wilbur walks over the boxes.
Serafina, give me an investigation as you're just walking around.
What about the greaves and the gauntlets? Where are they?
The gauntlets. The gauntlets. You're probably want to check them. I think they're on a stand. Where are they? Oh, they're in the glass stand just over there. Don't take him out just yet, just to be safe. I'll open it in a second. Oh, I was wrong. Never mind. The boots of speed are not of haste. They're something else entirely different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The boots of haste aren't in the DMG.
Nope. Because they're Pathfinder book.
It's
so
something else.
they would be the next level up. They would be something like.
They'd be like a very rare item.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is it the boots of speed do again?
Double
fun
walking
stuff.
speed.
Double walking speed, and
makes...
no, enemies have disadvantage on attacks against you.
Yeah, no, it's the extra action that's the handy part.
Well, yes, it is.
Well, and the AC boost and everything that haste does.
Their boots of speed they're pretty similar to the other boots of swiftness. The only difference is they are more effective in combat. They only run 3,500 gold. If you're looking for more combat oriented, there are braces that can influence your reactiveness against attacks. They're generally pretty handy.
What does that mean in plain English?
Braces
More
are
react-
defense.
Hey, wait, what?
Oh,
Who
sweet.
did-
You mean
I was
like
thinking
my...
it was
wait,
added reactions.
they have my Wonder Woman braces.
Yes. Well, I did say there was also something else for reactions.
Like that. I'll take care though.
There is those, as well as another set that's improve your reactions upon effects of approaching opponents, or
Like jumping out the way of a fireball when one of your members of your party accidentally throws it in your direction.
no, but we do have a cape for that.
Of course you have.
We do
might
actually
need to get
have
that for
a
Aaron
numerous rack of capes, actually, if you want to see those as well.
How much would those protective bracers
The
set us back?
braces, the braces are 4,000.
4,000.
Yes.
Sounds like +2 places.
You, Miss Fighter, are looking for. I would say a weapon, but you already have one.
I do.
Possibly some type of additional weapon, or maybe another shield, perhaps, or some type of headgear.
Is there a helmet of run into thing very fast, make thing fall down?
I do that anyway. I wouldn't need a helmet for it, but
She literally thinks on that for a second.
I mean, she did think about when I said, "Do you have an arm spare?" I'm like, "Yeah, maybe." Basically in her head.
This is totally going to be our Gilmore.
Charging
Yes.
helmets.
I can't wear a helmet.
You can wear helmets.
Yeah, you can. It doesn't count as armor.
Yeah.
It doesn't. If it doesn't grant AC, it doesn't count as armor.
Yeah.
I know, but I want something that grants AC.
We don't have anything per se. We do have a circlet. Actually, numerous circlets.
Circles of Charger.
Which circuit of charger. Which do a variety of things. I believe we actually have one which stores a spell in it. Which was actually owned by some elves that pawned it off here. We still haven't checked actually what spell was in it. As well as some for reactiveness at the start of, per se, a fight. As one is just increasing your own intelligence, as well as your battle readiness. Sure. Yeah. That's why we put it. Which would basically be one for AC as well. As well as one for initiative and one for increasing intelligence.
As Wilbur
Interested
walks
in the one for
back.
AC, but also in character, you said you might have shields?
Yes, we have also a collection of shields from actually quite a few different places around the world. Depending on the size you want it, we actually have a few tower shields, which for your height would probably encompass your entire frame, as well as a little more.
That might be a little bit too big.
Yes, there is actually some round circle shields, which may be a little bit more customed, as well as some bucklers. Oh, again, very magically powerful in their own regards. The buckler is actually rather defensive for its own small size.
How so?
It actually has a magical shield as a reaction. Actually, inscribed into it.
Oh, you mean like this? And I show my brooch?
Yes, that's a very lovely brooch. Yes, it's actually quite similar to that. Reinhardt shield, yeah. Pretty close. And the circular shield is very adept at resisting fire, to be precise.
We need to buy that for Aaron.
It's quite fire retardant, I've found
Protecting
out.
from burns.
From Serafina. If he doesn't shut up insulting Serafina, he's gonna need it.
He's gonna need all of them are of quite excellent quality, if I do so myself. If that is what you're looking for, of course. As you don't seem to be wearing much in the way of armor.
I don't. But I am interested in perhaps a circlet and a shield. How much would those run?
Well, the circlet is probably the cheapest of the items. Only actually costing 1,500 gold. The shield. Which shield was it that you were most intrigued in?
Out of character, what does your brooch actually do?
It's a +5 AC.
Yeah, it's like the brooch that Percy has.
Percy has, yeah.
It's as an action, it gives you plus AC as a reaction. Sorry,
yeah.
It's +5 AC for the next round. So it throws up like a magical protective shield from it protects you from magic missile as well, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So it's basically like a +5 AC force field for a round.
They're also different. It's a buckler, So it's
If you think in MMO term, it's basically when someone drops a bubble shield.
yeah. The difference. Oop, carry on.
What would it do for my AC with the buckler though?
It would drop it by 1,
Yeah.
but you would get the +5 for the reaction.
But how many times can I use that?
Do you ask?
Yes.
Okay. You ask. From what I remember, the buckler, I believe it has it in 3 times.
Is that per day?
It would have 3 uses, and then it has the opportunity to possibly recharge that much
It's
back.
a recharge at dawn type situation.
Yes, you seem to be very knowledgeable of that.
We have a lot of things that recharge. Or at
I'm
least
sure
that
you
are
do.
supposed to recharge, but don't necessarily. For our paladin friend, is there any kind of exotic armors you might have?
We are a shop of very much of the exotic goods. Depending on what he is looking for, we
Any
can...
plate, preferably in the colour black or dark purple.
Black plate. Yes. Yes, we do. There is a set. I think it's upstairs actually. Of black full plates. Known for its resilience against death.
Death is in like the magic of necromancers, or just like if
Yes.
That sounds very useful. How much would it be?
Well, plus the enchantments. $3,500. 3,500 gold for the full plate. The enchantment, I believe, was put on it actually to the far west. It seemed to actually have quite a good use for it, and somehow we managed to retain it.
I look at Uran and just say, please can I have it?
most certainly. But just, do you happen to have any kind of enchanted longswords as well?
We have quite a few armaments, although I would probably suggest going to one of the blacksmiths for something such as that. But we do have some quite obscure ones, if you're interested, that is.
Well, let me phrase it this way: we're about to drop a considerably large quantity of gold coins in this store, so we might as well make the most of it. So yes, show us everything that you have.
If you're interested in spending a large quantity of gold, we do have a blade of pure energy, would be the best way of putting it.
Laser sword.
Yeah, it's...
My god, it's a lightsaber. I want one.
I
Everyone
have
just
had a
jumps on top
lightsaber in
of it.
D&D before. It's great.
It's quite dangerous, and it's quite bright. But yes,
As Wilbur walks back when he don't find the boots, like open up like 7 boxes, like where the fuck is it?
does cost 25,000 gold.
Okay, yeah, for that I'd rather have
Okay,
the
that's
axe.
How much
slightly.
is this?
Yeah, but
Is
you
there
know.
anything cheaper?
Yes, there is some cheaper things of both elemental variation, as well as a few that are of just standard enchantment, if that's what you're looking for.
Can we quickly hit pause a second, just so that I can write down the list of everything that we're definitely buying?
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. 'Cause
So-
I need it.
For Wilbur so far, there's the utility belt of holding.
Yep.
And
Crossbow.
this crossbow. That's everything so far, right?
Yeah,
What
that
is
is found.
Okay, so for Ithamore, so far we're getting the Necro Plate and the Ogre Gauntlets.
And the
Is that right,
swords,
Howard?
as
Yeah.
you
I was
see,
about to check out swords.
Yeah.
um,
For me, I've got the braces of defense that I want to get.
mhm.
D, what were you?
The buckler and the circlet, if it's a
Mhm.
plus to my AC.
It would be a +1.
Yeah, that'll do. Because that will even out that'll still leave my AC as 16 with the
And
-1
What are
from the.
those cost-wise?
I
The
said
circlet was 1.5,
Yep.
and I don't remember about the shield.
the shield. The shield. Oh, I'll put that as 2,000. The good thing about the buckler.
Lenita, did you want those glasses that improve accuracy for stuff?
Well, it was more if we could like figure out a way to get them over your areas, but I wouldn't mind them.
Well, I would like to go to an archery shop just to see if there is anything good for Ulan archery-wise.
I wouldn't mind the glasses, whatever they do. It sounded like sharpshooter, but I don't
Oh,
know.
you have just got sunglasses though. Is the only thing.
Well, I can wear sunglasses at night and glasses at day.
Not true.
Oh, and the
What-
buckler would be light enough that you could actually two-hand your weapon and
That's
still have
way
buckler.
worth it for you.
Yeah,
that's
the
even
advantage
better.
of
Way,
bucklers,
way
so
worth
yeah,
it for you.
Oh,
Fuck -1 AC. That's worth it in general.
God, yes.
Because it's a buckler. It's tiny.
Hitting harder? Fuck yes.
Would I be able to have a buckler and inferior, a buckler and a hand crossbow?
You could on the same hand, Joe.
Is this reloading thing a hand crossbow or is it a?
It is a hand crossbow.
Yes, a hand
Okay, that's
crossbow.
good.
So I can reload it with one hand.
Just to let everyone know, we're currently at about 13k.
Nice.
Jesus.
We have 77.
It's still like
So-
we have a lot of it.
We're okay.
We don't have to
Well,
use it.
as long as you
Oh,
don't
no.
buy the sunblade, you're fine.
Yeah.
How much
Yeah.
was that laser sword again?
25.
We want that lightsaber.
I mean, technically we could afford it, but that's probably a bit much.
Out of character, is the lightsaber a finesse weapon?
It does actually count as a finesse weapon, I'm pretty sure. Because the blade itself doesn't actually exist.
I
So
think we all want one of those later.
everyone gets one.
Does it work the same as Brilliant
I'm
Energy
not
did in 3rd edition?
proficient with that kind of weapon, so
Yeah,
no.
neither am I, technically.
It might be one of those ones that you're automatically proficient with it.
I believe
a lot
it
of high-level
isn't, but
magic
I'll
weapons
check anyway.
They're basically they give proficiency.
Yeah,
Where is
the
it?
thing is, if we did get that, then if more couldn't have a share of the loot for a couple of years, probably just paid off.
Yeah, you'd be done.
Oh
Yeah.
no, you have to be proficient with long swords or short swords.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I
So
can't use it.
basically,
Damn,
Oh, well.
I subbed out my short sword proficiency.
it's basically if for more or wheelbarrow.
Oh, also it would be hilarious for Ifamore because he actually have disadvantage using it.
Oh,
Yeah,
because of
well,
the
yeah,
light,
yeah.
yeah.
It counts as sunlight, so he actually gets wrecked by his own weapon. Anyway, do you guys want to take another break while, because we have just gone past 2 hours, or we can continue on shopping. I don't mind.
Should we just should we just switch into OOC mode rather than continuing to, or do you want to carry on in character it?
But it's fun to shop in character though.
It is kind of fun, yeah.
Also, actually, what did
yeah, but we also have one for almost 6 hours now.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah, if people need to go get food, that's a good idea.
Actually, Seraphina, did you roll to see what you find while looking around?
Nope.
No, you didn't. Okay. You just wander around. Okay.
I find the idea of me falling into a pocket dimension hilarious.
Yeah, that's why I want you to do the roll just in case that does happen.
I
What
think
am I to roll?
you get shops confused libraries.
Investigation. Invest.
Okay, you don't fall into a
Fine.
pocket dimension.
That would be
You
fun.
do, though, find a bunch of really sweet stuff.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it's too heavy for you to carry it all back to the front desk. And you can't remember how to get back there.
So there'll just be some shout that's just like, guys.
I won't even touch it because he did say that nobody touches this stuff. So
You
I
do
won't even touch
find
it.
quite a few different types of very ornamental weapons, would be the best way of saying it. From both a javelin, a mace, and a sword, as well as a mirror.
A mirror?
Stay away from the mirror. That never ends well for anything. I've seen all of the horror films, and that always ends badly.
Well, I'm not interested in
Go on.
weapons.
Touch it and swap with your evil doppelganger.
Wait, no, let's get it for Aaron.
Oh, perfect.
That's pretty evil.
If only we found it before Wilbur lost the book in the army, we may have been able to swap him for a nicer version.
Well, I think we've literally cut off the evil part of Wilbur. He seems
So,
quite
are we
nice
taking a
now.
break and then coming back, or we want to enter and go OC?
Evil error. Giving bad
Uh,
messages.
Oh.
take a break, guys.
Yeah, take a break, yeah.
Alright.